Good afternoon or good evening. It's the 27th of January here in the United States and the world. Hail Mary meet to all of you. As of course, this has been a while since we did a video here in the studio. The last one about global climate change did pretty good overall. Got like about 21 viewers, which was pretty good. But you know what? I still would like to know exactly what you're looking for, because I'm not saying I don't make mistakes, because that would be incorrect. I do make mistakes. And I'm still want to work on a couple things too. And but first, let's talk about the weather, shall we? We're gonna have a couple days. They're gonna be kind of a mixed bag as far as temperatures go. Here in the southern New England area, we're gonna be seeing temperatures at a highs anywhere from 0 degrees Celsius all the way down to minus 10 degrees Celsius. That's for Tuesday. But I don't see any significant precipitation in the forecast. I'll expect to see a lot of fairly clear days. So that's a good thing. It means at least as far as the weather goes, there's not going to be any really major precipitation events occurring. However, this winter has already been hard on a lot of people because of the price of their heating fuels. For customers, for example, in some states that depend on propane or even heating oil and electricity, have seen their utility costs go right up, especially on propane, and which is used for a lot more people than heating oil. Heating oil is more of a northern climate thing, whereas propane is used pretty much by everybody. For example, I have not heard of, when I was down in Arkansas and the prices were blind many years ago, that heating oil is very commonly used down in Arkansas or in parts of Missouri. So I think that probably means that as far as the big deal, it seems that the Weather Channel discussed mostly propane and electricity. Electric heat is outrageously expensive, even for me. I pay my landlord heats the building with oil heat. I don't have to pay for the oil, thank God. I do in the rent, but it's my rent's a flat rate, so I don't have to worry about that. But obviously, for him, as a business perspective, he has to keep his costs down in order to keep the profit up. So you see, there's been an issue about a lot of people have been seriously having hard times keeping up with the heating. Also, in addition to that, the face of food stamps has changed. Originally, the people on food stamps were the down and outs and the ne'er-do-wells. Now it is mostly your average everyday worker who works a part-time job or possibly a full-time job with a family, such as people working at McDonald's, Walmart, and some blue-collar industries as well. So there's the SNAP program is obviously paying out a lot more money for food stamps for more people than they were even 2 years ago. I think they estimated that the budget for the SNAP program benefits would go up to about $80 billion in this year alone, which obviously is making Congress kind of nervous because they want to find a way to lower their expenses. Obamacare is a scam. It doesn't work. Duh. Like I could have told you that. Obamacare is one of the biggest mistakes ever. It is actually costing people more for the insurance. Plus, you have not been able to keep your doctor. And that kind of hurts a lot of people who have already had a good plan. Because that plan didn't quite meet all the requirements from Obamacare, the insurance companies had to drop you. And I think that's kind of stupid. People choose the medical plans they chose for reasons. For example, an elderly person is not likely going to need prenatal care. It's probably not going to need to worry about child care medications or things like that. They are at the point of their lives where they've already hit, their kids have grown up, and that their needs are just for themselves and their spouse. So therefore, that kind of burns up the budget big time. Now, obviously, Mr. Rusty Ball is laying here next to me on the couch, on the bed here, actually on the table. And that's another topic we wanted to talk to you about is what can we do? No, Russ, don't do that, because this has no strike mount on it. So every time you do that, you make the microphone wiggle. Is that I want to change the studio background a bit, because you know what it is. This is really, with this chroma key screen, we get a lot of more options that we can do. And the problem is that I'm not really very artistic, at least not compared to some people with computers that can come up with do the most incredible things. Unfortunately, I'm not an artistic person in that level. I mean, I can take existing technology and I can make it work, but to actually sit there and create custom animated backdrops just ain't gonna happen with me. Now, speaking of animation, the movie Frozen by Walt Disney has been doing very good. In fact, currently, right now, its sales figures have exceeded, and that's how good it's doing. And we haven't even it hasn't yet been introduced to Japan or China or Asia yet. So, obviously, this has been a major blockbuster for Walt Disney. And this movie has been, I had rumored about the video movie all the way back to 2011. So therefore, I was very, very excited to see the movie come out. And I must tell you that I'm really hoping to go to it. I'm going to see if I can try to scare up some money to go to the theater and watch it. If I can get to a theater that's IMAX, I want to see it in 3D. Yeah, 3D, that's what I'd like to see it in. The soundtrack for the movie is out right now it's on CD if you want to pick up a copy of the CD, or possibly you can pick up the soundtrack on iTunes as well. And as far as the film itself, they say that the Blu-ray and possibly a DVD. Please have a DVD. Please have a DVD. I don't have a Blu-ray. Come out on Blu-ray or DVD in March. So hopefully I'd be able to see it in Blu-ray or DVD. The movie looks really cool. I can admit that. I think it's going to be worthwhile watching it. I don't know really much about it. I've watched a lot of the clips and trailers that have been released through Disney for the movie and little pieces of it. So I kind of got a story to it together. I could be wrong on that. I'm not a plot spoiler, so I'm not going to spoil the plot. I'll just leave it alone for that now. But just to tell you that it looks really much like worth watching. And it's really kind of cool. And so I'm going to go see that. And I will hopefully come back. When I come back, I will give you my opinion of that film. Probably maybe in early February. Also, in early February, my hair will be retouched up as well. As you can see, the roots are starting to come out again. And that's what always happens. That's another reason why I kind of reserved the idea of doing the video. Is because the roots coming out of my head. And I just don't want to look bad on camera. Also, hopefully in March, we're going to see if we can try to get my hair done twice a month instead of once a month. So keep looking at my best at all times. Now, as far as to go see the movie and other things, some of the purchases for the studio have been deferred. Some. In fact, a good portion of them have been deferred. The only ones we're still going to get is the microphone cartridges for the pile and the another microphone, so we can get some microphones fixed, but we will only be able to use one microphone at a time because we still only have one mixer. It's just also used for the radio station as well. Speaking of the radio station, the AM 1610, which is a Part 15 AM radio station here in Winsted, could very well end up back on the internet again. no guarantees. I will let you know as we go closer to that time if that is still to be a possibility that AM 1610 will be on the internet. Ew, that sounds cool. And we'll find out how that goes as we go. So anyway, that's the story with that. And right now I'm still trying to get back some of my energy levels to really get things done. I still have a little bit of a cold. You can hear it. The nose is irritating me. Oh. Okay. So anyway, I also lost some weight, and I'm still working on that. And also, I, of course, am still encouraging you to all to contact me here at AM 1610 radio station. If you happen to be able to pick it up here in Winston, you're lucky. You're lucky. Although I'd like to change that. That's another story. Or here, of course, at Snow Queen Palace. Look at my email address again. It's bsandboyichele3@gmail.com. Or you can reach me at Facebook or in the comment section below this video. And let me know what you got to say, what you're thinking about. By the way, also, YouTube has, again, divorced the YouTube comment sections from the Google Plus comment sections. Like, what? Yeah, they decided, I guess, that the audience was right. And they said that they wanted to keep their comments separate from the Google Plus accounts. So therefore, I don't know if you have to have a Google Plus account to leave comments, but I can tell you right now is that you leave a comments on a video, it is no longer tied in to your Google Plus account anymore. So I guess that's a good start, but I don't know much more about that than that. You know. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that we have to plan for. Of course, Star is coming up on the 20th of this year. It's my last day of the season. Officially. Yeah, officially. But Mother, I know, I'm against that. Mother Asna had asked me if I would do spring temporarily because she has not found a steward for the spring season. And I told her that I would do it, but as I said, it's only temporary. It's not permanent. Don't make it a permanent deal for me because I'm not going to do it permanently. So, technically is, yes, we'll be hanging up the winter mantle, but we'll be putting on the equivalent of a spring mantle and carrying on the spring. So, for me, it's not going to be really a big deal. It's just going to be going from one to the other. It's just that during Litha is definitely, of course, is when I will put the spring mantle away and just basically call it quits for the seasons. As she already has a summer weather stewardess it's working with her. So that summer stewardess is doing summer, and she also has a lady to do autumn as well. What's the lady? Man, it's a lady for both of them. Okay. So lady for both summer and autumn. And it's pretty interesting to see how that works out. Now, the videos encoding methods that we tried out using the MPEG stream clip worked pretty well. As I did say this in one of my Soup Kitchen videos I did not put up yet. I'm not going to bother. I don't think they're really this good of quality, but this one is. But basically, the video technology works as follows. We encode this using the video camera import from iMovie 9, so we don't have to use the Formatic Studio software. And then after we import that right into iMovie 9 and save it as what they call clips, and then we can edit this down. And then when I connect up all the pieces for the projects, the events, I can then go ahead and export it again using the export with QuickTime and save the file as a DV file. And that way, doesn't take that long. And then, of course, after that, then I take the DV file output, which is then I process that with MPEG stream clip which is another program to make it into MP4. I have to save it as a single pass only because otherwise the video takes too damn long to do it in multiple passes. It's supposed to make it smaller in multiple passes, but you know what? That doesn't really seem to make it much smaller for me. It tends to take a lot longer. Like I pointed out in my video, that it would almost like if I was encoding a video right now, it probably wouldn't be done until summer, the way it goes with a dual pass and MPEG stream clip. So just encode in one pass, also to keep the quality as good as possible. The unfortunately the video system with iMovie 9 is not really set up to give the real 720 by 576, actually 760 by 576. It tends to kind of craps it down, so it kind of looks a little bit mushy. But if you want the green screen, you got to use it. It's not much of a choice, no matter. I've already tried. So, I want the green screen. So, anyway, so that's about it for now. And, of course, I'm going to be going to watch that movie, as I said, Frozen, in the cinema. Hopefully, next month. Actually, probably on the 4th, 5th of the month of February. And also the Lego movie that will be out on the 7th. Another movie I want to see. It looks kind of cool too. I don't really know much about the Lego movie other than say as I watched the clips on it. It looks really interesting. That's all I can say. So that's it for now. Talk to you later. Bye bye everybody.